We blew another tire. Oh, early morning start. We're going on a little trip. We're gonna pick up something. It'll be kind of fun. You should join us. Might be exciting. It's actually really exciting. We wanted to do this for a long time. It's been on the plan of things to do. We got a chance to do it. So we got the Duramax, we got the Fullmans, we got 2 gooseneck trailers, we got the skid steer. And 1 trailer's empty. Let's find out what we're gonna put on it. Stick with us. It's gonna be a fun ride. Well, fortunately, we came prepared to load something in a minute here. So we've got jacks and tools and all kinds of good stuff to fix this. Here's the tire. Yeah, these trailer tires, they're pretty soft. It's amazing they last as long as they do. Done. Okay, back on the road. Let's get to our destination so we can get the goods. And you guys will hopefully like it, because I don't really care, because we like it. That's why we're getting it. We blew another tire. This trailer's 10 years old? I don't even know if it's that old.
Yeah, maybe somewhere there.
Original tires on it. The tread's not bad on it, but I think they're just getting old. Just can't handle it. If you'd stop driving 110.
Well, I mean, if I'm pushing 35 PSI boost, you know, it's too much for the tires.
But there is this. That's pretty cool, right? That's Flathead Lake. Largest mountain lake up in the place where we're at. Beautiful lake. Okay, let's change this tire. Well, we came with a spare, put the spare on, decided we better stop and get that spare, or the tire that blew with a new spare put on it for a spare, which is now there, which means the tire that blew is now gonna become a spare. So we gotta stop at a place to get a spare for that tire. Because we got 1 tire left in this thing that's still the original tire, because we changed the tire yesterday before we went on this trip. So 3 tires have been replaced, 1's left, it's probably gonna pop. Well, it's been a little bit of a day. We just finished loading this beaut of a tractor. Isn't that awesome? That's a Wagner WA4. One of the first 4-wheel drive articulated tractors ever made. This is the great-great-great-grandpa of the Big Bud tractor. Or the great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa of the 9RX, of the Quad Track, of any articulated 4-wheel drive tractor on the market today. Wagner was ahead of their time when they built these things. This tractor was owned in my family for a lot of years, extended family, and we've been kind of eyeing it over the last couple of years, and we finally decided, you know what, now's the time to make a deal and go get it. So it needs some work. It's definitely going to take some work. We're excited and hoping that it starts and runs good. We know already some issues that are with it, but it's gonna be a good fit on our farm. Is there a purpose for it on our farm to farm with? No. Do we want it on the farm because it's a classic old 4-wheel drive tractor? Yes. Are we gonna paint it white? I don't think so, but you never know. Let's go home. We're ready to get back. We got a 4-hour drive ahead of us. made it back home. It was a little interesting with all the flat tires and the process of getting the tractor on the trailer and everything. And then the Fummins decided it wanted to spring an oil leak, which we don't know where it's at yet. But it leaked out a lot of oil. We just kept adding oil to the engine along the trip just to get home. But the whole undercarriage, the entire truck is black. The rims are black. There's oil splattered everywhere. But the tractor, on the other hand, this is a cool tractor. So Wagner was a brother out of, I think, 7 brothers. And he started the company called Wagner Tractor. And they created what was called the Tractor Mobile. And so originally the Wagners were called like a TR6, a TR9. Well, that was in 1954, and they were some of the very first successful articulated four-wheel drive tractors. Articulated means the center of the tractor articulates. So most traditional tractors, like all the old school tractors you see, the axle's solid on the back, the tractor does not articulate, it's a solid frame, it's just the front wheels steer like a car. Articulation, on the other hand, is the revolutionary design that now all big horsepower four-wheel drive tractors use, because it's the best way to distribute the most weight evenly across the tractor with horsepower, with tires on the ground, and maneuverability. It's what everything uses today. So here's a quick history lesson. In 1954 they started producing the TR, the Tractor Mobile tractors. Well, then in 1961 the Wagner company was bought and they started producing the WA series of tractors. So they made the WA4, which is what this is, the WA6, the WA such and such and such and such, till eventually they had like the, I think, 14s, and then they made 124, Wagner 24. So this is the smallest tractor that Wagner produced. It is one of the very first production four-wheel drive articulated tractors. The difference with this one, though, and I don't know the year yet, we don't know very much about it. I know it's a Detroit diesel engine in it. It's got, I think, an old Fuller transmission in it. It's either an Eaton or a Fuller, I gotta double check. It does have a drop box in the center to split the power, just like Big Buds do. This is basically the grandpa of our Big Bud tractors, which is what is so cool about having it on our farm. We know it needs a new clutch, and obviously it needs a major makeover, tires and everything. The one downside about this tractor, it's been heavily modified. It's not original with a lot of aspects, like the tire size. These tires are a lot bigger than what the original WA4 would have. The original one had like 19-26, and these ones are 23.1-26. So we got to see if we can find tires for this. They also, whoever it was that did that, had to modify all the fenders and all the steps and everything. So they actually, you can see weld marks all around where they took all the fender step system and lifted it up and pulled it over to get these larger wheels under it. You can see all the cut marks here. It's been heavily modified. The frame in the back has been stretched. Someone put some big channel pieces inside, pulled that rear axle back, lengthened the driveline, lengthened the drawbar, number of aspects. I think they put the fuel tank on the back for more weight on the back. So this tractor was set up to be a more efficient work tractor. It's probably, honestly, really good modifications. Whoever did this, I don't know if it was the factory, I don't know if this was a prototype Wagner, or if some farmer did this. It's kind of crude in some areas, so I suspect it wasn't factory, but it's not original. And that kind of stinks, because we would like to keep it original as much as we can. You can't call it a restoration tractor if you're not going to restore it to factory specs. So what it's going to be is a fun project tractor. It's going to be a lot of history, because it's been in my family through my mom's side of the family through a number of years, and my uncle was willing to sell it to us to be a part of our collection. I don't know if we're going to paint it white and call it a Little Bud. I don't know if we're going to paint it yellow and keep it a Wagner. Probably we'll keep it Wagner, keep it as close to, I think what the plan is, at least my initial thoughts are, and you guys can help us out on this in the comments, maybe I'll put a pull up, is we're going to do as close to a restoration as we can without calling it an actual restoration, because I'm going to get criticized if I use that term. We're going to go ahead and probably keep it original colors, original parts as much as possible. It'll make it look like as if the tractor came from the factory this way. It's just, it technically won't be, but this is exciting. What are we going to use this thing for? I'm sure we'll find something kind of fun to play with it. It's more or less just to be on the Welker Farms as a collection for a tractor, because it's just one of those things we just love to have and be able to share with you guys. So we're gonna get it off the trailer. Problem is right now, we had to air the tire. The tires are dry rotted, so we aired them out, put on the trailer, and we boomed it down. Well, we're missing the valve stem cores. They are in another vehicle that's not on the farm right now, because the leg arms took off with it. So when he comes back, we'll put the valve stem back in. We'll air the tires up just enough. They do hold air a little bit to roll it off the trailer, get it parked, and then when the day comes, we'll start the process of fixing this thing up. We gotta do the big bud first though, so don't worry, that one's coming. Cool tractor. Very cool tractor. We don't know when we're gonna tackle this thing yet. We have some plans for this winter, and this is gonna maybe enter that picture at some point. But we wanted to bring it to the farm, get it here now before winter comes, so that way when the time comes, we can jump in and tackle it. But think of this, guys, as the great grandpa of big bud tractors. It's gonna be a riot to run. We'll probably plow our windbreaks with it, maybe pick rocks with it. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. We gotta get it running, and it's gonna be fun. And how far are we gonna take this thing? Are we gonna restore it? Well, we can't restore it because it's been modified, so we'll just rebuild it, I guess. But we'll leave it up to you guys. And maybe we should turn it into a little big bud, paint it white, and call it a little bud or something. Is that too crazy to ask? So leave a comment below. And
there's enough room to slap a 5.9 Cummins in there.
Ooh, I like that thinking. So yeah, guys, leave a comment below. Tell us what you think of this tractor. Tell us what you think we should do to it. Tell us if you know any knowledge about it. And maybe we'll make a decision and go down that road and have some fun with this thing. It's gonna be a fun project.
This is the first 2-stroke diesel we've ever had on our farm that I know of.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever had a 2-stroke diesel.
That Deutz engine? That's not 2-stroke,
No,
right?
that's a 4-stroke.
I don't know. Amazing. Yeah.
It's only a 2-stroke diesel we've ever had.
It's gonna be a fun tractor. There's not a lot of these out there, and we're excited to do what we're gonna do to it. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. It's coming. There'll be some fun stuff happening in the next few months. And yeah, like always, guys, God bless, subscribe, and we'll catch you later.